The Ohio Valley is remembering an athletic giant with the passing of wrestling legend Bobby Douglas.
News 9's Jamie Ely has more on what some in the community have to say.
He was one of the most influential figures in American sports, a trailblazer, a champion, and, at his core, an Ohio Valley kid who never forgot where he came from. On Monday, legendary wrestler and coach Bobby Douglas passed away at the age of 83. Douglas was a giant in his sport, a two-time Olympian, two-time world medalist, and collegiate national champion. But the boy from Bridgeport would be remembered for far more than what he achieved on the mat.
He was the first black athlete wrestling, first black coach. But when I was in Barcelona, he was the first black coach and won.
Douglas became the first black athlete to represent Team USA in wrestling at the Olympics, later serving as team captain at the 1968 Olympics in Mexico City. Longtime friend Gordie Longshaw says Douglas overcame adversity, built a legacy that spanned decades, and still made time to give back to the young athletes of his hometown.
The fellowship and the friendship that Bobby gave to these young athletes, I can name 10 that became All-Americans because of the leadership of Bobby coming back to the High Valley, encouraging them to wrestle.
And Douglas's impact expanded beyond the boundaries of Belmont County, including across the river to West Liberty University. Douglas wrestled at what was then West Liberty State College, winning an NAIA national championship. Although his journey eventually led him to Oklahoma State, the Hilltoppers never forgot him, later inducting him into their Hall of Fame.
When your biggest person, the icon in the sport, came through West Liberty in the manner in which he did things on the mat and off the mat, not only as an athlete, but then as a coach, that our alumni, he's just revered.
In fact, Douglas will also be honored with even more, as soon West Liberty wrestlers will be wrestling in the Coach Bobby Douglas Wrestling Complex, complete with permanent tributes.
There'll be a timeline from his early days all the way through his coaching days. There's a plan for a statue for him. So then, hey, West Liberty is home to Bobby Douglas. He was the one that transcended the sport here.
Both Irwin and Longshaw agree. Bobby Douglas traveled the world, stood among the greats, and carved his name into wrestling history. But he always carried the Ohio Valley with him.
He's on that Mount Rushmore, of the impact he made on wrestling, but overall this community, and that's a special thing to have.
Reporting from Belmont County, I'm Jamie Ely, News 9.
Hi, I'm Dylan Cleland. Thanks for watching, and here's another video to check out, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.